Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. We are going through Surah Al A'raf. The next page and the next verse is verse number 80, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about another prophet, which is Lut alayhi salam. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. وَلُوتًا إِذْ قَالَ لِقَوْمِهِ. And as for Lut, when he said to his people, what did he say to his people? So far we talked about Adam alayhi salam initially, then the Nuh alayhi salam, Hud alayhi salam, Salih alayhi salam. So the Nuh, Hud and Salih alayhi salam, when they talked to the people, they were addressing one of the evil deeds which they are doing, which is associating partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the shirk. And they came with a direct message saying that, Arbudullah, you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you do not have any ilah other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So very categorically made it very clear to them. Many people rejected, and the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descended upon them. Now here, Lut alayhi salam is addressing another issue, which is, he said to his people, Ata'atul fa'isha, are you committing a sin? Ma sabaqakum bi'a min ahadi min al-alamin. In the whole world, min al-alamin, the whole world, no one has committed this sin until their time. So they are committing a sin. What is that sin? In the next verse, Allah says, Innakum, indeed, in the next verse, Lut alayhi salam is explaining to them. Innakum, indeed, you people, lata'tuna rijala sha'wata min duni nisa. You people are approaching the men. So he's addressing the men of that time. He's approaching the men of that time, saying that you are lata'tuna rijala. You are approaching. Rijal means what? It's a plural of rajul. Rajul means what? Man. Rijal means men. So he's addressing the people of his community, the men, saying that, are you approaching other men for satisfying your lust, shahwa? Min duni nisa, in place of women. Nisa means what? Women. So he's asking them, oh people, are you approaching other men instead of women to satisfy your lust? And he said, Bal antum qawmun musrifun. You are indeed the people who are transgressing the limits. Very clear-cut message in the verses of the Quran regarding the sinful nature of this particular act. This is Surah Al A'raf, verse number 80 and 81. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the deepest understanding. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all the sins in the form of idol worshipping or in the form of these kind of stuff, when satisfying our needs or bodily needs or desires and all that. There is a limit set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should be mindful of that. We cannot cross the limit. That's what Allah, the Lut alayhi salam addressing the people and said, Bal antum qawmun musrifun. You indeed are of those people who are transgressors, transgressing the limits. That's why it's very important to come to the Quran, and this is the guidance which has been there unaltered for the last 1400 years, and until the day of judgment. This book will retain its status of unpolluted, uncorrupted, the message from our Creator straight to us to guide the humanity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to get into get connected to the Quran and let the Quran guide us in our day-to-day life, in dealing with everything around us, everything applicable to us, be it our worship or be it our relationships. This is our guide. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of the people of the Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the Quran our guide, and guide in the sense in each and every step of our way in our day-to-day life. Let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us through the Quran and its teaching. Amin ya Rabbil Alamin wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Assalamu alaikum.